Hey, good morning, beautiful people. Mark Angelo here. It's a beautiful morning here in Silver City, New Mexico, Saturday morning. I'm rocking in my rocking chair. Hope I don't make you guys all dizzy, but this has always been a very soothing thing for me. My father caught on to it when I was a little lad there, little girl actually, and I would always, wherever I was sitting, I would tend to rock, and I guess that's part of my autism and the Asperger. I'm in the Asperger spectrum, whatever numbers and labels they want to give people, but rocking has always soothed me. It's just a way of, I feel like I'm in the ebb and flow with energy, because everything's energy. Everything around us is energy. There's no beginning, there's no end to it. There's no wording, there's no way to contain it. We as humans use it for our advantage, to light up our house, to run our appliances so we could keep food in our refrigerator, so we could cool our houses when it's warm, and we could heat our homes when it's cold. But what my talk will be about today is, who is God? You know, it's the age-old question. People have fought wars because of it, because their God is better than your God, and so forth and so on. We have murdered, burnt at the stake, hung people, called them witches. We're not too far from that today. People and their religious beliefs attack those that believe differently and call their beliefs Gnostic and pagan and New Age and all this stuff. But hey guys, before there was Christianity, before there was Catholic churches, there were other things. We could call them many things. There are people all over the world that believe differently depending where you're born as. But I think a lot, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, what is God? You know, we all want to paint God in this imagery of a beard and you know, this man upstairs pointing at us and kind of like Santa Claus, you better watch out, you better not cry, because Santa Claus is coming to town, that kind of thing. Well, we learned very quickly that Santa wasn't real. And I'm not saying that God isn't real. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm far from atheist. I'm very Gnostic. I don't even like to label myself, because I'm very open in my beliefs and very malleable, depending on what I see and what I feel. Part of that electricity that I am of is God. Have we thought of that for one moment? That frequency is God. If you put a petri dish and put something in it and leave it there, things will start to grow and develop. It evolves. Don't you think that that's kind of like the same thing? You know, that this presence, this grand, powerful, no-name deity kind of started just evolving, and its technicals growing, and we are part of that technical. And then we've had some more advanced species than us that figured things out, and then they wanted to become God. Because, you know, with great knowledge comes responsibility. But these people, these things, I don't know, they just kind of developed and became stronger and stronger, and then became, in their own mind, gods. I mean, we see it in our world today. We see what's happening. The evolution, the things that are taking place. You know, some people are scared and people want to just hold on to the old ways and use this Bible like it's some sort of tool, a tool to whip people with and shame people with. And you don't know what you're talking about. That's Gnostic, and you don't have the truth, and you need to read the Bible, and you need to repent, and you need to this, that, and the other. People, we are one giant petri dish, ever evolving, ever changing. I don't have the words to express what I feel and think, because words don't do anything any justice, because words were created to confuse us. Our DNA was messed with. The ability for us to like really connect with that higher power has been severed, and we are slowly healing back to getting that connection again. Because no matter what these warlords do, they can never stop our awakening from taking place. And that's what's happening now, folks. We are waking up by the trillions. Some are kicking and screaming. But you can't avoid it. It's going to happen. So, what is God? I'm trying to get the light here. God to me is an amazing power source. Something that I cannot contain. Something that I cannot put in a box. Something that cannot be measured, cannot be explained. We have tried throughout history because in knowing God, we know ourselves. And that's what we've been finding. Trying to find out, what are we? Who are we? Who made us? Who is this God? And in these questions, more questions arise and very poor answers are given. So maybe we should just stop trying to figure it out. Maybe we should just start living, and maybe we should start coexisting and using our godly-like abilities to help one another instead of trying to destroy one another, instead of trying to become rich and famous and have all these materialistic things that are bogus, that mean absolutely nothing. It's like a hiccup. Because when you get rid of these bodies, all that materialistic crap that you got is going to be worthless. How you look in the mirror, that ain't going to make a hell of beans. What you think your gender is ain't going to make a hell of beans. Because energy has no gender. It just is. So on that note, folks, think about what I've said. Think about it. Because the more you really dwell in, and I don't hate to use the word thought, because thought could be misleading. The more you are in your essence, okay? Because it's like being in that essence where it's a mixture of heart and thinking and a balance, of thought and feelings, if you really put it together. And when you're in that mixture of thought and feeling and allow it like a yin and yang emblem to kind of like ebb and flow, then folks, you're going to find the answer. And the answers are not outside of you. The answers aren't in books, because those are man's ebb and flow that they wrote down what they thought the truth was. The answers are within you. You're beautiful, beautiful spirit, soul, creation that you are. Now stop fussing and worrying and allowing pain and suffering and all these things to run your life. Don't make that your focus, because the more you focus on that, the more of it you will get. Focus on enlightenment. Focus on freedom. Focus on peace. Focus on love. Focus on accepting what is. And I guarantee you, your life will be different. Don't identify yourself with your past, with your trauma. Don't continue to be in that vicious cycle, because you'll only create more of the same. Free yourselves, brothers and sisters. We're heading to Arizona to meet Gordon and some other wonderful people. So we'll catch you guys later. Maybe take some video. Who knows? We'll see how the situation goes. But remember this, guys. I love you. Gosh, I love you so much. Source, the great I am, the unnameable, obviously loves you because you're here experiencing this wonderful time of life. You are so lucky. But what's missing is for you to love yourselves too. To love yourself as you are. Not after you get a nose job, not after you get a boob job, not after you change your genitals, not after you do all this stuff that you think is going to make you more lovable. No, no, no. Love yourselves too right now as is at this moment and forever thereon. Take care, guys. Have a happy Saturday. Bye-bye.